Hello, everyone. I would like to introduce some basic Pilates moves to you. I'm Karen Rudna, and I've been teaching Pilates for many, many years. And just to continue with our virtual learning, I'm going to start with some basic exercises that you can do at home. I'm not going to use any props today, but you're always welcome to. You can add a block, you can add a circle, you can hold a weight in one hand. But we're going to begin by standing up and mobilizing our shoulders and our hips before we hit the mat. So I'm going to stand in the middle of my feet, positioning my body weight between my big toe, baby toe, and heel, centering the pelvis right so that the ribs are stacked, bringing my arms down with a deep inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth as the arms come down. Big inhale up, elevating the shoulders, and an exhale down. And let's try that 3 more times. Inhale up, elevating the shoulders. And on this last one, I just want you to bring your arms so they're parallel to the floor. Bring one arm forward, keeping both arms very, very still in space. You're just rotating your spine, warming yourself up. And again, this is our basic spine twist that we're doing standing. Normally it's done seated. And let's do one more to each side. And then I'd like you to stand with one arm down and bring one arm up. Slide the hand on your thigh down and just bring one arm up and then pull the top arm actively up to the ceiling. So both sides, as you lean is an active side and as you pull up, it's an active side. So we're just windmilling over, reaching, pulling that arm up, the ribs lift off the pelvis and again over. And let's just put these two together where we rotate, bringing one arm forward, keeping the shoulders level, with an active breath, and one arm up, one hand on the thighs, sliding down, pulling that arm up, and then bringing the other arm up. From here, we're actually going to go into a quadruped position, which means that our hands, shoulders, and wrists will be stacked, and our knees and hips are stacked. And we're going to start from the tail by rounding that lower spine as we inhale. And I'd like you to think of this process of rolling with lower back, middle back, and upper back. So you start by curling the lower back, middle back, upper back, really rounding the ribs, releasing the tail, and sending the energy out through the heart, making sure that you don't overextend the neck. Again, starting from the tail where you round up, and then sending the energy out through the tail, pressing into the heel of the hand. And a good image here is to think of a light shining forward from your sternum. Bring one leg behind, keeping your pelvis level, and lift that leg with the opposite arm forward and just hold and allow your body to stay still. Tap your fingers and toes down and reach them away. And again on 2. And again on 3. And we'll hold it on 4 just for a moment. Inhale here and exhale back. Once again, we're stacked. We're going to round the lower tail, middle spine, upper spine, hold with an inhale, and exhale to release the energy. Sternum comes forward, spine goes back to neutral, switching our legs, lifting that leg behind, opposite arm forward, tapping and reaching, and we're doing 4, tapping and reaching, and holding, and then coming back, and let's sit forward. In this position, if you feel tightness through your hamstrings, I'd like you to bend your knees. So I'm going to turn around to the side, and if you look like this when you're seated, I want you just to bend your knees. But ideally, your spine is in neutral, so all 3 curves are present. We're going to start with spine stretch forward. So our arms reach forward. We inhale as we round the spine. So notice this is coming from the ribs, not just the hips. And on our exhale, we're just going to go into a soft half roll back. So we keep everything rounded as we reach, and we roll back and hold. Again, inhale forward, and exhale to a soft roll back. And again, inhale forward, and exhale back. So as you're continuing to do this, I'd like to talk to you about the importance of lifting yourself out of your ribs, keeping yourself tall, and just bringing the belly button closer to the ribs, to the sternum. And again, up, rounding forward, and coming back. Now we're going to progress this where we come forward into our spine stretch, and then very slowly we'll sit, and then round, bending the knees, and go a little bit further back. Let's bring the arms up to the ceiling and then lower them down. So as you reach the arms, you're going to notice that it gets significantly harder. You can anchor your heels into the ground or your mat, or you can touch your toes down, your choice. Let's try this one more time. Then bring the arms so they're parallel to the floor, and very slowly we're going to roll back about 2 inches and come up 2 inches. So you'll feel gravity pushing you back and the power of your abdominals pulling you up. We roll back, we come forward, and our goal is to actually lie down on our mat, but we're going to work our way there. And we'll try this one last time. And then from here, we're going to round that lower back and then lie down on the mat with the knees into a tabletop position. Take your hands by your side and reach them away from your ears and anchor your middle finger and baby finger into the mat. I'm just going to have you separate the legs by drawing simple circles. So we're working both legs together, going out first. As you're moving the legs, everything else remains still. Let's go in the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep one leg in the tabletop and slide the other leg forward. Make sure the knee's over the hip. From here, we're going to create a one-leg circle with the knee bent. And then as you go into the circular pattern, I want you to have light fingertips on the mat so that you feel the weight of your leg really challenge the stability of your core. Let's go the other direction. And you can keep a soft knee if you like, but if this feels too simple for you, or you feel that you could progress, I'm going to have you reach that leg up to the ceiling with a gently pointed toe. As you cross the leg into the midline, drawing it down and back, I want you to pause with your leg away and lift your hands up and notice how your body wants to follow where your leg is. This is where the opposite side of your core really has to activate to keep you still on your mat. So when your leg is furthest away is when that exhale should really be very significant. Let's try this one more time. So that should be 6. And now we go in the other direction, down and down, bring the leg out, pause. Once again, feel how the opposite side of your torso really has to anchor, just to pay attention to the importance of core stability. On this last one, I'm going to have you hold your leg up, grab your calf with your hands, and pull the leg gently towards your body. Nod your chin, and take your fist and place it under your chin, because that is exactly how far your chin should go. With your fist here, lift your head up and then pull the chin inward. Maintain that position of the head, neck, and shoulders, and walk your hands down to your ankle and walk your hands down to your thigh. Walk your hands down to your ankle, pull the leg ever so slightly. You'll feel a tremendous hamstring stretch. Circle your ankle 3 or 4 times in both directions. And then when you're finished, lie your body down, bend that leg, bend that knee, and slide it forward. Bring the other leg in. Bring the knee over the hip so it's in a tabletop position, hands by your side, pressing into the baby finger and the middle finger. And once again, we're going into this one leg circle with the knee bent. Take your time. If this pace is too fast, it's your class. Let's go the other direction. And it's 6, and it's 5, and it's 4, and it's 3, and it's 2, and it's 1. Progressing to the leg straight. Pause with your leg out. Make sure you're anchoring with the opposite side of your torso. On 2, on 3, shoulders are relaxed. 4, 5, and 6. The shape of your circle is more like an oval. Make it smaller if you find this to be too difficult, or make it bigger if you have the hip mobility and the core stability to maintain that. When you're finished, your leg is straight up to the ceiling. You nod your chin once again, it's a fist. Lift your head up, grab your calf, pull the leg towards you, walk your hands down towards your ankle, walk your hands back. So as your hands approach your ankle, you'll feel the increased stretch of your hamstring. When you're here, I just want you to circle your ankle in both directions 3 or 4 times. We'll progress from here, holding. Keep the leg where it is, but position the head, neck, and shoulders down and bring your hands by your side. We're getting ready to go into the abdominal series, which is classic Pilates repertoire for the mat series. And we're going to switch our legs. And as your leg reaches away, I want you to feel your ankle just pulling you forward so the hip remains nice and open. So we're just reciprocating this pattern like so. But you're going to notice a progression, and that is nodding the chin, lifting the head, retracting the chin, and continuing the legs going up and down. Then I'll have you grab your leg and switch. So once again, your leg closest to the ground is always reaching, 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 and reaching. Let's bend our knees. Slowly bring the head, neck, and shoulders down. Make sure your knees are in line with your hips. Bring your hands by your side. And you can leave your head, neck, and shoulders down if you wish. But if you want to lift them up, again, the sequence is nodding, lifting, retracting, and keeping your eyes towards your knees. Bring one leg forward and keep the other leg in a tabletop position. Your lower leg should remain parallel to the floor. This is my right leg, so my right hand goes on the ankle and my left hand goes right below the knee. And I'm pressing down, which gives support. Single leg stretch, we're just going to reciprocate those legs. So again, the leg closest or straight, the leg closest to the floor is reaching, 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 maintaining that lower leg so it's parallel to the floor. And we'll go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the knees stay together, the head, neck, and shoulders are back. Take your hands outside your knees, hold your legs where they are, but reach the arms away. Nothing moves as the arms go away other than the shoulder. Now keep the hands where they are, shoulders where they are, and reach the legs away. So we're getting ready for double leg stretch, and the arms go overhead and the legs go forward simultaneously. So when we reach arms and legs away and come back, you're going to feel, I'd like you to hold it right here. Feel all the work that happens through the abdominals. Come back. If you find this to be too difficult, I'd like you to modify and just reach your legs a little bit. The point is that you feel your abdominals work and you don't feel your back engage. If you wish, you can lift your head, neck, and shoulders and progress into a more challenging exercise. And if you'd like to continue adding on, you can circle your arms around. So it's an inhale and an exhale. An inhale and an exhale. All these are modifications that you can pick and choose. On this last one, I'm going to have you keep your knees together, bring your head, neck, and shoulders down, keep your knees over your hips, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers so they're laced. Place them behind your head very easily and allow your elbows to drape. Feel the shoulder blades get closer together. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders by nodding, retracting, and look in your peripheral vision to see if you can see your elbows. You're going to rotate your spine, keeping the elbows in one plane so they remain level. From here, we're going to rotate the spine, bring one leg forward so it's the opposite leg forward while the other leg reaches, and then come back to the center. Rotate, bringing the opposite leg and coming back to the center. So this is called the oblique crisscross. Eventually becomes nice and fluid. And you'll notice that I'm not moving my elbows, I'm just moving my torso. So the emphasis here is on spinal rotation. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back with the knees bent, bring the head, neck, and shoulders down, and then let's place the feet onto the mat. Bring your arms so they're to your side and sway your knees over right, center, left. Just allow the weight of your knees to rotate, to encourage the spinal rotation. We're going to progress into book opening. So allow the knees to fall on one side. So this is my left. It'll be my left arm and hand that goes under my head, and the right arm is reaching forward. We're going to lift the arm up, and I'm going to use a clock. So I'm about 12 o'clock. Hold the arm and shoulder where it is, but rotate your spine to the opposite wall, and then reach your hand away. Lift your arm back up to 12 o'clock, rotate your spine, and then bring the arm down. So book opening is a lovely exercise because not only does it feel good, but it's extremely important to always keep your spine mobile by rotating. So you inhale up, exhale over, inhale up, and exhale, close your book. Reach and rotate. Something to think about as you're progressing in your book opening is make sure that it's just not your arm and your shoulder that's moving, but they work congruently as you rotate to the opposite side. So we're going to transition. So the arm comes up, we rotate, then we swivel our knees over to the other side, switch our arm, other arm comes up, spinal rotation to the opposite wall, lifting the arm up and back. You may notice that one side feels easier than the other, which is very normal, but this is something that I love to do each and every day. Do it again, inhale up, and in terms of number of repetitions, a good number for all mat exercises is anywhere between 6 and 8. And again, up, and we'll do this last one, and we're going to hold it here. Now the arms once again are parallel to the wall that's in front of me. My knees once again are bent, the hands go by their side, and I'd like you to understand what the lower spine should be doing here. The natural curve should be present. You can verify that by making sure your hip bones and pubic bone are level. So in this position, we're going to get ready to go into a bridge. We'll start with the breath, and on the exhale, we're just going to sink those abdominals towards the mat, and you're going to feel your tailbone curling. Lift your tailbone up, and then eventually create a long line between the knees and the shoulders. Then place your spine down very, very easily and return the lower back curve. So you're going to feel that nice dip through. Again, inhale and exhale to curl under. You'll feel your glutes and hamstrings work. Once again, you're in a long line. And then once you're there, I'd like you to bring your arms up to the ceiling. We're going to reach one arm over the head and the same opposite, just to create a reciprocal pattern. You can do as many of these as you like, but for just to move our class forward, I'm going to have you pause here and think about one leg. It doesn't matter which, but keep that foot onto the mat and activate that same glute. Tap the other toe. You'll feel all the work go through the hip, and then eventually lift the knee up. Then reach the leg up to the ceiling. Lower the leg and lift the leg back up. As you're doing this, I'd like you to remember to keep your hip bones level. The majority of the work is really in your stabilizing leg. One more time, then bring the leg to the ceiling, bend the knee, place the foot onto the mat, and melt through the ribs, feeling that lower back curve return. Getting ready for the other side, inhale and exhale, peel the spine all the way up. Once again, hip bones remain level. Activate the opposite glute by tightening it. Tap the other foot that you did, or other leg that you did not previously work. Then lift the knee up. Then reach the leg to the ceiling. Lower the leg down and lift the leg up. Make sure you're not elevating your shoulders, but you're remaining very strong through your stabilizing leg, and the hip bones remain level. Exhale as the leg goes away. Inhale as the leg comes up. Let's try this 2 more times. Again, 6 or 8 is always what I recommend. And then go ahead and bend the knee, place the foot on the mat, and return the spine back down. We're going to progress into the 100 preps. We're going to lift one leg up, keep everything still, and the other leg up. Once again, the knees are over the hips. Reach the fingers away and hover them. Hover the arm and just press. This work comes from the shoulder. So we're going to inhale for 5, and on the exhale, we're just going to reach the legs forward. Inhale for 5, and exhale for 5. So that's 20. I'm adding on, if you wish, by lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale for 5, always keeping the gaze towards the knees, always keeping the arms very, very strong. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a firm exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a firm exhale. And if you choose not to extend your knees, that's perfectly fine. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and exhale. And our last final 2 sets and exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bend the knees. Now maintain this position, but change the position of your hands so they're right below the knees. I'm going to have you do an assisted roll-up. So we're going to touch the feet to the mat, pull the backs of the thighs, and sit up tall. We'll roll through the spine and then lift the feet off back to where we were. So the first thing we do is bring the feet towards the floor as you organize the head, neck, and shoulders. Pull yourself up. Roll through the spine and back into a tabletop position. Inhale. Exhale. Feet, organize head, neck, and shoulders. Sit up tall. Roll through the spine and back into tabletop. Inhale. Exhale. Feet, and hold. Now I'm going to have you maintain the position of where your hands are, but lift one leg up. Keep everything still and the other leg up. Keep the lower back curved. I'm just going to have you tap your toes. As you're just touching and tapping, you're going to feel all the work in your lower abdominals right at the hip. From here, I'm going to have you bend your knees, bring them closer, take your hands, and look down towards your knees and hug your legs towards you. Go back just a few inches and just feel what happens when you're getting ready to roll backwards. You're going to feel a lot of activation through your abdominals. So when we get ready to roll like a ball, which is where we're going next, you're going to maintain that shape, maintain the position of your shoulders, inhale, go back, and exhale, don't touch your feet. So the ticket to rolling like a ball is to keep a flexed spine. Inhale, roll back, and exhale, come up. Your exhale will really help anchor your body in one sitting position. And again, inhale back, and exhale up. Inhale back, and exhale up. Inhale back, and exhale up. Let's tap again. Tap, 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 tap. Hold. Hug the legs, round the spine, look down towards your knees. Inhale back and exhale up. We'll just do 2 more right here. On this last one, I'm going to have you sit up tall, bring your legs forward, and then position your spine so you're on your side. Take your elbow and create a 90-degree angle between your upper arm and lower arm and lift up on the underside. Take your hand on the top of your hip, hover that leg and reach it away. Hold the opposite hand in front and lift and lower. Side series, which is where we are now, can be done many different ways. I'm showing you one variation right now. This is the more challenging. From here, I'm going to have you bring your leg forward. Flex the toes up, 1 and 2, point the toe and reach it back. When you extend your hip, make sure that you're not going into your lower back. So it's an inhale, point the toe, and an exhale. Inhale, point the toe, and an exhale. Inhale 1 and 2, point the toe and exhale. Inhale 1 and 2, point the toe and exhale. And last time. From here, we're going to lower the leg, hover it once again, and go into a small circle. When you're lifting the leg and mobilizing it, you want to make sure you reach for the hip. Try to keep that knee straight. Let's do 1 more in this direction and then reverse. And when we switch sides, I'll show you another variation. So everything is still other than the leg or the hip moving. On this very last one, we're going to pause, sit up tall. We go to the other side. And now I'm going to have you lie on your side so that you have what I call an arm pillow. Previously, we were here, and you can stay there if you wish, but I'm showing you this variation. Once again, you lift the leg, reach it away, Kick the leg forward with your toes curled towards you. Point the toe, reach the leg behind. So it's an inhale for 2 and an exhale. Inhale for 2 and an exhale. When your leg comes forward, you're going to feel the work through the abdominals as well. Inhale 1 and 2, point the toe and exhale. Inhale 1 and 2, point the toe and exhale. Inhale 1 and 2, point the toe and exhale. And last time, we're going to line up that leg, hover it, reach the leg away, and into the one leg circle. So your arm that's not under your head is really more an anchor to help you achieve stability. You can have a light touch if you wish. We're changing our direction if you would like something more challenging. One more time. We're going to pause here, sit up tall, take whichever leg you wish, but cross it over. Bring the opposite arm, pull the leg in, rotate the spine towards your hip, and hold that leg and hold the stretch, and then rotate forward. Rotate the spine, hold, and come back. Progress this if you can by opening the hips. So this is what we call a figure 4 and leaning into your bent knee. Sit up tall, and one more time. Let's try the other side. So once again, we cross one leg over, sitting bones are on the mat, opposite arm reaches, rotate the spine towards your bent knee, rotate back, rotate over, and then come back, rotate over, and come back. The last thing in our mat class today is spinal extension, and we're going to focus on the middle part of our spine and not go into our lumbar spine. So I'm going to have you on your tummies in a field goal position. As you look down, I'd like you to imagine there's a marble under your nose and roll it away. Now maintain that position of the head and neck. Press into the palms and just reach your heart forward and then come all the way back down. And roll that imaginary marble and lift up and come back down. We'll progress, rolling that marble, coming back up. Now I'd like you to come up just a little bit further for the one leg kick. Pick a leg, point and flex the toe and bring it down. Point, flex, bring it down. Single leg kick. Point, flex, bring it down. As you're moving your leg, pull your abdominals in to support your lower back. 1, 2, and down. 1, 2, and down. 1, 2, and down, and last time. From here, I'm going to have you pull your knees in, sit back on your heels, reach your arms forward, but take one hand underneath your outstretched arm and rotate and pull the thumb away. Hold here for a breath, and exhale, and one more time, inhale, and exhale. Return the arm, switch sides, so you're pulling and reaching. Stay here for a breath, and exhale, and one more time, a breath, and an exhale. Come back to a quadruped. Let's review our cat. Here, pull it away here, pull it in here, pull it away here, and then have a seat. Create a field goal position. Pull your shoulder blades away, bring your arms out, take your hands, reach your heart to the ceiling. Take an inhale. On your exhale, I want to give you an image of your sternum going towards your waist and then bringing the arms out. Field goal position. Straighten the arms. Shoulder blades get closer. The heart comes up to the ceiling. And exhale. One last thing. We're going to bring the arms forward. Spine stretch forward. Sit up tall. Bring the arms up for an inhale. And an exhale to lower them down. Circle the arms. We're going to reverse the circle up. And again. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.